There is a book in the world that no one can read, not because it was burned, not because it was lost, not because the pages are too damaged to understand. The book is still here. Its pages are filled with strange symbols, unknown words, impossible plants, mysterious diagrams, naked figures, stars, circles, zodiac signs, and drawings that seem to come from a world we do not recognize. For more than a century, scholars, historians, linguists, cryptographers, scientists, and codebreakers have tried to understand it. Some believed it was written in a lost language. Some thought it was a secret code. Some argued it was a medical text. Some believed it was a medieval hoax. But despite all the attention, all the theories, and all the technology we now have, the manuscript still refuses to explain itself. It is called the Voynich Manuscript, and it may be the most mysterious book ever created. The story begins with a question that sounds simple. What kind of book can survive for hundreds of years, pass through the hands of collectors, scholars, and powerful men, and still remain completely unreadable? The Voynich Manuscript is not a massive book. It is not a giant stone tablet. It is not carved into the wall of a tomb. It is not hidden beneath a pyramid. It is a small illustrated codex, written on parchment, filled with more than 200 surviving pages. At first glance, it looks like a medieval book of knowledge, the kind of book that might have explained plants, medicine, astrology, the human body, or the structure of the universe. But then you look closer. The words are written in a script no one has been able to translate. The letters look intentional. The lines flow naturally. The symbols repeat in patterns. The writing moves across the page, as if the person who wrote it knew exactly what they were saying. And yet, no one knows what it says. That is what makes the Voynich Manuscript so disturbing. It does not look like random nonsense. It looks like meaning that has been locked away. The manuscript takes its modern name from Wilfrid Voynich, a rare book dealer who acquired it in 1912. Voynich believed he had found something extraordinary, and he was right. But he may not have realized that the book would become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of writing. Since then, the manuscript has attracted professional scholars, amateur codebreakers, historians, linguists, computer scientists, and people who simply cannot resist a puzzle that seems impossible. And the reason is obvious. The book looks like it should be readable. It has structure. It has repeated words. It has paragraphs. It has illustrations. It has sections. It has labels beside drawings. Everything about it feels like a real manuscript with a real purpose. But the door remains closed. One of the strangest things about the Voynich Manuscript is that it is not just text. If it were only pages of unknown writing, it would still be mysterious. But the drawings make it even stranger. Large sections of the manuscript appear to show plants. Page after page contains drawings of roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and strange botanical forms. Some look almost familiar. A root might resemble something from one plant. A flower might resemble something from another. A leaf might look like it belongs to a plant that actually exists. But when researchers try to identify them, the problem begins. The plants do not match the real world in any simple way. They look like hybrids, or symbolic drawings, or plants copied from memory, or plants from an imaginary herbal tradition. If this was a medical book, then what were these plants used for? If it was a botanical guide, why are the species so hard to identify? And if the plants were imaginary, then why draw them with such care? The herbal pages raise a disturbing possibility. The manuscript may contain a system of knowledge that we can't access, not because the drawings are meaningless, but because we have lost the key. Then there are the astronomical and astrological pages. These sections contain circles, stars, suns, moons, and zodiac-like symbols. Some images appear to connect with familiar medieval ideas about the heavens. There are diagrams that resemble cosmic charts. There are circular arrangements that seem to point toward astrology. There are signs that look connected to the zodiac. But again, the manuscript never gives us the simple answer. The drawings are recognizable enough to feel meaningful, but strange enough to remain unclear. It is like looking at a map from another version of the Middle Ages. You can see that someone was trying to organize the world, but you can't understand the rules. And then the manuscript becomes even stranger. Some pages show groups of small human figures, many of them female, standing or sitting in green liquid, pools, tubes, or strange connected containers. These images are often called biological or balneological sections because they seem to involve bodies, water, bathing, or internal systems. But no one knows exactly what they mean. Are they medical diagrams? Are they symbolic images of the body? Are they related to fertility, health, astrology, or bathing rituals? Are they imaginary? Are they coded? The pictures feel too specific to ignore, but too strange to explain. This is what the Voynich Manuscript does again and again. It offers clues that almost make sense. Then it pulls away. For centuries, people have tried to answer the biggest question: is the Voynich Manuscript written in a real language? At first, many assumed it had to be. The text looks too organized to be random. Words repeat. Some symbols appear more often than others. Certain groups of characters seem to follow patterns. The writing flows smoothly from left to right. These are the kinds of features people expect from language. But no known language has unlocked it. Latin did not solve it. Hebrew did not solve it. Greek did not solve it. Arabic did not solve it. Old European languages did not solve it. Modern computational methods have not solved it either. That leaves several possibilities. The first is that the manuscript is written in a lost or unknown language. If true, that would make it one of the most important linguistic discoveries in history. It would mean the book preserves a voice from the past that no one alive can understand. The second possibility is that it is written in code. Maybe the symbols are not letters in the ordinary sense. Maybe they hide another language beneath them. Maybe the book was designed to protect secret knowledge from outsiders. That idea has attracted cryptographers for decades. But so far, no proposed code has produced a complete, widely accepted translation. The third possibility is even stranger. Maybe the book is not meant to be read at all. Maybe it is an elaborate hoax, a meaningless text created to look like a secret book of knowledge. This idea is tempting. After all, medieval and Renaissance Europe had no shortage of alchemists, collectors, rulers, and wealthy buyers fascinated by rare and mysterious objects. A fake book filled with strange writing and exotic illustrations might have been valuable. But the hoax theory has its own problem. The manuscript is not a simple fake. It is long. It is consistent. It contains repeating patterns. Its visual structure is complex. Its writing appears fluent. If someone created it as nonsense, they created one of the most sophisticated pieces of nonsense ever made. And that may be even harder to explain. One of the reasons the Voynich Manuscript became so famous is that serious people took it seriously. This was not just a puzzle for internet forums or conspiracy theorists. It attracted scholars. It attracted historians. It attracted professional codebreakers. Some of the same types of minds that worked on real wartime codes looked at this manuscript and failed to solve it. That is part of its legend. The world has broken military codes. It has translated dead languages. It has reconstructed ancient scripts from fragments. It has decoded messages designed by people who never wanted them to be read. And still, the Voynich Manuscript remains silent. The book also has a strange history of ownership. Before Wilfrid Voynich acquired it, the manuscript appears to have passed through older European collections. It has been associated with the court of Rudolph II, the Holy Roman Emperor, a ruler known for his fascination with alchemy, astrology, rare books, and strange objects. It was also connected to scholars who believed the manuscript might contain hidden knowledge. At different times, people hoped it might be the work of a great mind. Some even speculated it was connected to Roger Bacon, the medieval philosopher and scientist. But these ideas remain uncertain. That is another thing that makes the Voynich Manuscript so powerful. Almost everything about it is surrounded by uncertainty. Its author is unknown. Its language is unknown. Its purpose is unknown. Its exact origin is unknown. Its meaning is unknown. Even when science gives us answers, the mystery does not disappear. Radiocarbon testing of the parchment placed it in the early 15th century. That tells us the material is genuinely old. This is not a modern fake made on new paper. The book belongs to the medieval world, but the dating does not tell us who wrote it. It does not tell us what the words mean. It does not tell us why someone spent so much time creating it. It only makes the mystery older, and maybe more impressive. Imagine the person who made it, sitting at a table hundreds of years ago, preparing parchment, drawing strange plants, writing page after page of unknown symbols, adding circles, stars, bodies, roots, and diagrams. Was this person a scholar, a doctor, a mystic, a fraud, a genius, a monk, an alchemist, a woman recording knowledge no one else preserved, a group of people working inside a tradition we no longer understand? We do not know, but whoever made the book left behind something that still feels alive. That is why the Voynich Manuscript continues to attract theories. Some believe it is a medical manual. Some believe it is a women's health text. Some believe it is an herbal guide. Some believe it is an astrological book. Some believe it is an encoded religious or philosophical work. Some believe it is a constructed language. Some believe it is a cipher. Some believe it is a hoax. And every few years, someone claims they have solved it. A new translation appears. A new language is proposed. A new system is announced. A new theory claims the mystery is finally over. But then experts look closer. The translation does not hold. The method only works for a few words. The theory cannot explain the whole manuscript. The system depends on too many assumptions, and the mystery returns. The Voynich Manuscript has a way of defeating certainty. It allows people to believe they are close. Then it escapes. In the modern world, people have tried to use computers to analyze it. They study the frequency of symbols. They compare word patterns. They test whether the text behaves like natural language. They ask whether artificial intelligence can detect hidden structure. And the results are frustrating. The text seems organized. But organization is not the same as meaning. A pattern can be real without being readable. A code can be systematic without being broken. And a hoax can imitate structure if the creator is clever enough. That is the central nightmare of the Voynich Manuscript. It may contain meaning we cannot reach, or it may contain no meaning at all. And right now, we cannot prove either answer completely. Maybe that is why the book feels so modern. In a world full of information, here is an object that refuses to become data. It cannot be summarized. It cannot be easily categorized. It cannot be translated into a clean answer. It cannot be reduced to one simple explanation. It sits in the archive, visible but unreadable. A book that exists between knowledge and silence. And maybe that is what makes it unforgettable. Most mysteries are about something missing. A lost city, a vanished ship, a body that was never found, a civilization that disappeared. But the Voynich Manuscript is different. The mystery is not missing. It is right in front of us. The pages exist. The symbols exist. The drawings exist. The book can be seen, studied, photographed, and examined. The problem is not that we lost the evidence. The problem is that we do not understand what the evidence is saying. That is a much deeper kind of mystery, because it reminds us that the past is not always hidden underground. Sometimes it is preserved perfectly and still remains out of reach. One day, someone may solve the Voynich Manuscript. A new method may reveal the language. A forgotten document may explain its origin. A better model may uncover its structure. A small clue on one page may finally open the rest. Or maybe it will never be solved. Maybe the Voynich Manuscript will remain what it has been for centuries. A locked door made of ink, parchment, and human curiosity. A book that seems to speak, but only in a voice we can't hear. And that may be the most fascinating thing about it. The Voynich Manuscript does not just ask us what it means. It asks us how much of the past we only think we understand. Because sometimes history does not disappear. Sometimes it leaves us a message and dares us to read it. If you enjoy stories about strange discoveries, forgotten knowledge, and mysteries hidden in plain sight, subscribe to the Curiosity Archive, Because some secrets are not buried in the ground. Some are written on the page, and we still can't read them.